Helen Skelton, the Countryfile host, has spoken out about an off-camera moment where SAS, Who Dares Wins co-star Ant Middleton pulled her to one side. After Countryfile host, Helen Skelton, 36, came third on SAS, Who Dares Wins last week, the presenter has now opened up about the time instructor Ant Middleton pulled her to one side during filming. The former Blue Peter star also revealed what she thought her downfall was during the interrogation stage. While Helen's SAS experience has now come to an end, the TV star recently spoke to Annie Emerson and Louise Minchin on their podcast Her Spirit about her ability to keep going throughout the final. It all came after Annie asked Helen, "Watching you in the final, where did you get that ability? Because Louise and I have chatted about this and we've both concluded that there is no way we would have been able to tolerate someone shouting at us the way you were shouted at." She continued, "We would have lost the plot." The host went on to explain, "But I was interested in the look on your face because it was very serene. It was a slight smile, but not too much. You just kept looking forward and you kept taking what they were giving you, and you didn't crack. I mean, how on earth did you do that?" To which Helen replied, "I think my downfall, or maybe the thing that kept me in there, was that I've always sort of thought, you either smile or you either laugh or you cry. And I've always felt like that with anything that is difficult," the star discussed, "and I quite often got the smirks and the giggles, because that's just my way of coping." Helen shared details about the time chief instructor Ant pulled her to one side after she couldn't stop giggling. The Channel 4 star divulged, "I mean, I do not advise that anybody should do that because that is not a way to win Ant Middleton over." At that point he gave us this big rambling speech about, "This is going to get worse, this is going to get awful and all this. And I was convinced they were going to do boys versus girls," she added. "So I couldn't contain my giggling and he pulled me to one side and said, 'What's so funny?'" Helen and Hollyoaks star Nikki Sanderson, 36, came joint third in the grueling final, leaving rudimental DJ Locksmith, and Paralympian Lauren Steadman, 27, to pass the ultimate test. Meanwhile, Helen also told Annie and Louise about how leaving her two sons with her husband while on the show had a positive impact on their family. She discussed, "For me, having kids, it doesn't clip your wings, it gives you a different type of adventure to take. Like you say, you've got different priorities. When they asked me to do the show last year and I was like, no, the kids are too little and I didn't want to leave them. I don't like going away from them overnight.